Welcome back to Sidelines TV. I'm here today at the International Polo Club in Wellington, Florida with Gayle Bass. Gayle, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for wanting to talk to me and tracking me down on Twitter.
You're so awesome, though, Gayle. You're like an inspiration to me.
Really? Why?
Well, you might recognize Gayle from the TV show Right This Minute, and she's also a huge polo fan. How did you come into that?
Well, you know what? I rode Western Saddle as a kid. I had a horse as a kid, which died on my birthday, which was today.
Yikes! Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. But you know what? I still had a love for horses because my neighborhood, it was like horse country. It's suburbs with horse corrals and everything in people's backyards. So I've kind of always been into the horsey set kind of thing. But I'd never ridden English saddle. Mm-hmm. And last year, a friend of mine sent me a press release talking about how the Bentley Polo Championships were coming. And one thing that had always been in the back of my mind since I was in high school was polo. And I thought, you know, one day I'd like to try that. I'd really like to try. And so I phoned her up and I said, hey, not only can I come out there, can I get on a horse? That's the deal. I said, I won't do it unless I can get on the horse. She's like, that's a piece of cake. So I met Melissa Ganzi and Juan Bolini and Nick Roldan, and they were absolutely terrific and fabulous. I got on an English saddle for the first time. They let me hit and swing the ball, and I hit it, and I swung, and I hit, and I was happy.
Right.
And then I fell off. But then I got right back on. But you know what? Just something clicked, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to have to learn how to ride English saddle and just try it for fun.
But it's so cool that someone like you that's in the public eye, really high profile, has gotten bit by the bug of polo, which it's so cool that you've gotten the opportunity, plus to be with Melissa and Juan and Nicholas. That's crazy.
Well, you know what? The one thing I tell all my friends when they see that, they're like, oh, you're on TV now you're hanging with all these people. And I said, you guys, I don't own a horse. I'm not going to own a horse because one thing Nick told me is that horses always have to eat.
Yeah, right.
And they have vet bills. And for me, I'd have to rent a stable and all that. I said, I don't want to do that. But I said, I could go and, you know, get a horse riding lesson and rent a horse for a day. And I said, everybody should try that. And I said, and even if you have no interest in getting on a horse, go to a polo match. I said polo matches are for everybody of every socioeconomic
totally
strata.
Are.
Like
yep.
it's not. I always say people think this is the sport of kings and queens, and it's not just that. Anybody can come down and participate and watch the game because the one thing that it is a fantastic sport. You've got speed, like it's like watching hockey on a live animal. And that's what it is. And I said, if you like hockey, if you like horse racing, if you just like horses, if you like sports, if you like field hockey, this is something that you should come watch because it's high speed, it's fun, the personalities are great, and you can get up close to some of the action.
Right.
Whereas at a football game, you'd be up in the nosebleed section. Here you have
little
people right
people.
Here, right, you know.
And the ground moves under you.
And that's one thing Melissa and I were joking about. I was like, Melissa, I figured out what it is. I was standing there next to a field watching a game earlier today, and it's the sound of all the horses, their hooves on the ground.
Isn't it crazy?
That kind of gives my blood a little excitement, like some action is about to happen.
What's great also, Chucker TV now have polo almost every match everywhere, and you can see it from your computer.
The beautiful thing is, I can sit my laptop on my lap and watch Chucker TV, and I can't wait till they get their Apple app developed because I can watch it on my new 3D TV. So as soon as they're in 3D, it's going to be on in my house all the time.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, Gayle, do you have any other advice for people that don't have access to what you've been fortunate enough to do but still are interested in the game?
Go to a polo game. If you're in a place like Arizona or San Diego or any place that has a polo event that just comes for a short period and then they leave, try to go. Get a friend, get a picnic basket, try to go. People are here in cargo shorts, t-shirts, and baseball caps. You don't have to get a $500 hat unless you want to.
Sure.
Anybody can go and enjoy it. Their families and kids and everybody else. Anybody is welcome. The one thing you will notice about this crowd, everybody's friendly. Everybody.
It's the truth, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, I agree.
Down-to-earth crowd, and I think that would surprise people how down-to-earth people are.
Yep. Well, Gayle, I can't express what a big fan I am, first off, and thank you so much. We're going to sing the anthem.
All right. Yeah,
Great.
I know. We got to put our hands over our hearts.
Thanks. For Sidelines TV, I'm Rob Jordan.